guys, Dylan Voss with Voss Family Racing again. Welcome back to the channel. If you follow along on our last video, we left the Snowbird Outlaw Nationals, our last race of last year, struggling. We took everything back to the shop. We kind of had an idea of what was wrong with the Cobalt. We took the rear end apart, found what was binding. We did some clearancing, made all that stuff work in the rear end, and it was ready for the start of this season. Mike's car, we kind of figured that it had an electrical issue. Our thought behind that was on the dyno, it made good power, and then in the car, we have to pull a bunch of fuel out of it to get it to run. So it was kind of telling me that there was an electrical issue, maybe the coil or something wasn't working as good as we wanted it to. So we went through some electrical stuff, changed out some boxes, and Mike also was ready for the start of the season. After the Snowbirds, we had a rule change. So Mike's car, we actually switched over to 2 systems at 2,800 pounds, and the Cobalt stayed on a single 36 jet at 2625. So we rolled into Bradenton on Tuesday for the U.S. Street Nationals. Tuesday was a rain day. We kind of knew we weren't going to get any runs in on that day, so that was our setup day. Wednesday and Thursday looked good for testing. So we were going to test one car on Wednesday, one car on Thursday. Just didn't work out to be that way. It rained on Wednesday at about 12 o'clock. Testing started at 10, so we didn't get any runs in, which means we had to test both cars on Thursday, which kind of put us in a crunch. But our team can handle it, no big deal. We're just not going to get as many runs per car as we wanted to. So Thursday rolls around, we unload Mike. Mike runs out there and let's go to clutch on the first time with the 2 systems. Goes 102 60 foot, 277 to the middle, clicks it off, goes a 429 at 140 something ish miles an hour. Mike's career best is a 428. So we are knocking on the door of a personal best with clicking it off at half track. So, but by the math, that car was on a low 420 run the first time out on 2 systems, and we cannot be more happy with that. The Cobalt, we were hoping we got fixed. Put a brand new set of sticker tires on it. I go out there, I do a nice good burnout, back up, get staged, let go of the clutch, and it moves about 40 feet. And I'm disappointed. We get over on the top end, and I'm just like, no, it didn't move anything. It didn't go, we didn't try to get off the starting line. We get back to the pits. My crew chief, Corey Voss, tells me, look, it's good. The suspension is working like we want it to. The shock data says everything in the rear end is working just like we want it to. We just got to make a first gear ratio change. It's going through first gear too quickly. Let's make a ratio change and go back out there, and I think we got it fixed. So, I put my faith in Corey. We run out there with the Cobalt for test 2. Drop the clutch. It goes 990, 460 foot, 274 to the middle. Click it off. It goes a 423. We got a hot rod. The first full hit, it goes sub 1 second, 60 foot, and we know it's going to run on the backside. We were on a mid 14 run, and wow, we're gonna have 2 really good race cars here, right? So Mike runs out there. He had a bog on the starting line, his first test hit. So we just come back. We're trying to work the second system a little smoother. Goes out there, he clicks it off early again, and goes 434 on a shut-off pass. Again, we know this car is gonna, both cars we know are gonna be fast, and we're gonna have 2 really good hot rods. So we got something really good going into qualifying number 1 on Friday. So Friday rolls around. We're supposed to get 2 qualifying hits on Friday, another 2 on Saturday, eliminations on Sunday. Friday is actually a pretty decent weather day. Looks good. Temperatures aren't terribly cold. We go out there for Q1 about midday, about 12 o'clock. Let go of the clutch in the Cobalt. Goes 980, 960 foot. We missed the clutch setup. It slows up through the middle. Goes 275, 418 at 171 miles an hour. We got a hot rod. This thing is going to run good. We get some clutch in it. We're going to have a contender for these guys. Murphy goes out there, and to be honest, I missed some settings in his MSD box when we made some changes after testing, and it knocks the hood scoop off of it. He lets go to clutch, knocks the hood scoop off of it, big backfire. And, you know, we needed about 5 or 6 full runs to get Mike's car into a good running order, and we could not really afford to make this mistake, but it happened. But fortunately, we knew what was wrong with it. We you know, no big deal. We'll just go back. We'll fix our programming issue in the MSD box, and we'll head back up there for Q2. So we didn't get a Q2 in on Friday afternoon. It started to drizzle about 6:30, so they canceled racing. They got about halfway through Pro Mod, a little more than halfway through Pro Mod. There was about 6 pairs left on Saturday morning to run, and then we were the next class to run after Pro Mod. So in the right lane, no car in Pro Mod made it down the track except for one, and then Mike was the first car in line for 632 right after the Pro Mods. Mike runs out there, lets go to clutch, starts to drive into tire shake. He tries to shift through it, starts to spin. By the time he goes to back out of it, he realizes the throttle is hung open. After the explosion on the start line in Q1, the carburetor tray inside the hood scoop must have got moved around. We had to work on it a little bit, and we just missed that the throttle was hanging up. So Mike goes back out of it, throttles hang open, and Mike is along for the ride. Takes a hard right turn into the wall, knocks the fuel cell off of it, big ball of fire. Mike is able to get the car stopped right about the 8th mile, bails out. The fire suppression system does not go off because of how it laid the front cow catcher over on top of the fire bottle. So fortunately, Bradenton staff was on scene quickly to get the fire put out. Mike's okay, couple little burns, but Mike will make a full recovery. We have a backup car from Mike, so all of Mike's drivetrain will come out and go into our shop car, and then we will work on Mike's car to get the suspension where we want it. We're going to work on the 4-link, update the 4-link brackets, move the strut cups, and you know, move the motor, and he'll have a good chassis whenever we get done. The Cobalt, we run out there, and we just missed the setup again. We were trying to work on some motor stuff, trying to make the motor make more power, and we just missed it a little bit. Still runs a 419. We backed up what we were able to do the day before. Still another 999 60 foot. So we made 3 runs, all of them better than sub 1 second 60 foot. So the Cobalt we know is going to be a hot rod. We're extremely happy with how the Cobalt's doing, and we got a good car going into eliminations on Sunday. So Sunday morning we wake up. 10 o'clock I go check the track. We're supposed to be on track by about 11ish with our class. I go check the track at 10 o'clock and it's 54-degree track temp. Saturday was supposed to be our coldest day, and it turned into be a 2-day cold streak. So the track was just frigid cold. Same conditions we had on Saturday, and there was a bunch of wild rides, a couple wrecks, a couple fires Saturday. So Bradenton made the hard but right call to call the event Saturday morning. No one wants to make that call. Everyone's there to race, but at the end of the day, you got to keep the fans and drivers safe, and it was the right call. So the event got canceled. They split the monies up evenly between the qualified cars, and then we loaded everything up on Sunday and headed home. But today, guys, we have big news. Our website goes live, vossfamilyracing.com, for all of our merchandise. We have a pre-order of our graphic t-shirts and graphic hoodies. If you enter promo code pre-order at checkout, you'll get 10% off our graphic shirts and hoodies. They came out fantastic. We are super, super happy. They will all be in by March 1st, and they'll ship March 1st. So get online, vossfamilyracing.com, enter promo code pre-order, and get yours today. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I really appreciate you guys. All your support helps. It makes me happy that you guys are following along. We'll see you on the next time.